Marcus?
Mrs. Dorothy Calloway, you've been served notice to vacate the property in 30 days.
The notice granted her 30 days to vacate the premises.
30 days?
We need the guest house back.
You're evicting me? After everything I gave you?
In that moment, Dorothy was not looking at strangers. She was looking at the boy she had carried, the boy she had fed, the boy she had protected, the boy she had nearly died to save. And yet, there he stood, silent, while another woman handed his mother an eviction notice. There are moments in life when pain arrives all at once, not as anger, not as tears, but as a cold, empty silence inside the chest, the kind that makes the world feel far away. That was what Dorothy felt standing in that doorway. Dorothy had given her son her savings. She had given him a kidney. She had handed him every piece of her future. And now she stood in her doorway, holding an eviction notice from the boy she once saved. But the cruelest part of betrayal wasn't what Marcus had done. It was what he didn't know. Because the woman they were throwing out still owned the company that made them rich. And in just a few days, Marcus would learn what it feels like to lose everything. They thought Dorothy was powerless. They had no idea what was coming. Years earlier, Dorothy had buried her husband, and with him, the life they built together. The family house was gone. The savings were all that remained. And Marcus had a dream, a small company, a chance at a better life. Dorothy listened, and then she did what mothers like her always do. She sacrificed. Marcus promised he would make her proud. At the time, Dorothy believed him. He meant it when he said it. That's what made the betrayal worse, because love doesn't always disappear in one moment. Sometimes it erodes, slowly, quietly, until one day the same person who once held your hand lets someone else push you out the door. Then Marcus became critically ill. The doctor said he needed a kidney donor. Dorothy didn't hesitate. She gave him hers. She gave him life. Twice. And after he recovered, Marcus told her he owed her everything. And maybe that was the first crack. Because when someone believes they owe everything, someone else begins to believe they own everything. And Priscilla believed exactly that. Dorothy saved his life. Priscilla was about to take hers apart. Shaken and heartbroken, Dorothy called Raymond, the lawyer who helped set up Marcus's company years earlier. She explained the eviction. Raymond began reviewing the old company documents. Then he saw something Marcus had forgotten. Dorothy still owned 51% of the company. The majority was hers. In a single sentence, the victim became the owner. The mother they discarded was the one person with the power to ruin them. And for the first time, Dorothy stopped asking what she had lost and started remembering what was hers. Marcus thought he owned the company. In 3 days, he would learn the truth in front of everyone. 3 days later, Marcus entered the board meeting believing he was in control. Then Dorothy walked in. Raymond placed the ownership documents on the table, and in front of everyone, Marcus learned the truth. Marcus stared in confusion as Dorothy walked into the boardroom with Raymond at her side. Raymond announced that Dorothy Calloway was exercising her majority ownership rights. Marcus looked down at the documents in disbelief as Raymond revealed the truth. Dorothy owned 51% of the company, and effective immediately, Marcus was being removed as acting CEO. Priscilla protested in anger, but Raymond made it clear. The decision had already been made. Marcus turned to Dorothy in desperation, but Dorothy reminded him that he had taken her home and forgotten the sacrifice that built his. In one quiet moment, Marcus lost the company, the power, and the illusion that what was given in love could be stolen without consequence. Before leaving, Dorothy reminded him that he should have protected the person who once protected him. The woman they thought was powerless walked out with everything they tried to take. There is a painful truth about betrayal. The people who hurt you most are often standing on the sacrifices you made for them. They eat from your kindness. They rise through your generosity. They build their future on the pieces of yours. And then, they forget. They forget the hands that lifted them. They forget the love that covered them. They forget who made their success possible. But life has a way of revealing what pride tries to hide. Because real sacrifice leaves fingerprints. And no matter how far betrayal goes, truth remembers where everything began. Marcus thought wealth made him powerful. Priscilla thought control made her untouchable. But the quiet woman they betrayed held something stronger than both, the truth. And in the end, truth took everything back. The deepest pain isn't losing what you gave. It's watching the people you saved forget you were the reason they survived. If this story moved you, then remember this. Never let kindness make you invisible. And never forget the people whose sacrifices built your life. Because one day, gratitude will either protect what you built, or pride will destroy it. If you believe loyalty should never be repaid with betrayal, stay for the next story. Because the next betrayal is even harder to imagine.